I'm ready.
Welcome to the Revolt Found.
Shit, you said it like right when I put my hands down. Okay, go.
Welcome to the... Why are you putting your hands up?
Because I'm saying hello. We're back.
In every legend, there's a sliver of truth. In every tragedy, a forgotten warning. They Were Both Found Dead is your guide through the eerie and the unexplained, where history collides with horror, and not everyone makes it out alive. Welcome to the Revolt Found Dead. I'm Ramsey.
And this is Adrian, and we're going to be talking about dark history, as you know, in part 2.
Again, more of it.
We're still on this, but it's a week later.
Tulsa, there's just a lot to it. I'm sorry.
Vietnam War, it happened, What can you do about it? But now we have some new topics for you.
We're going to, instead of last time when we were going to go me, him, me, him, me, we're going to be me, him, me, because we already did me, him.
That's really hard to understand, but you got it.
We figured it out. Do you have anything you want to say up top that you didn't get to say last time?
Next time.
I know. Fuck, I'm cursing us right now. See,
no,
you're going to die.
I don't have anything. You'll die in 7 days. I
had a note of something we could have talked about, and then we chatted for way too long.
What is it?
Do you know what prehistory is?
Before Christ?
That's BC, which is not in practice super anymore because, why are we measuring all of time by one religion? Weird. Prehistory is the period in between the first known use of stone tools by early prehumans called hominins 3.3 million years ago, and the beginning of recorded history with the invention of writing, beginning with Mesopotamia, early Egypt, and the Sumerians simultaneously but separately, roughly 5,525 years ago. And that is the majority of human history, completely unrecorded.
That's kind of too far. The Jesus Christ thing is a little bit closer.
Yeah, that's recorded human history because writing and stuff was way before that.
Oh. So
that's what I'm saying. This is prehistory. So that most of human history, we don't even know it. Isn't that interesting?
I guess. Not that are you interested in knowing what happened?
How are you not?
It already happened.
How humans got to be... This recipe. I'm so mad I'm saying the wrong word. This whole podcast episode is about dark history. And you're saying who gives a fuck about history? Do you know where we are? Do you know what podcast this is?
Who gives a fuck about, million years ago history?
3.3 million.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
Because it's the majority of human history. I think that's interesting.
I'm just kidding. It's fine. I believe it.
Well, okay, I've never talked about believing in it. There's some people that don't believe in dinosaurs.
You don't believe it?
Oh, no, I believe it. It's not something... I don't look at science as something not to believe or not. It just, is.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say to you.
My first topic today is the Haymarket Affair. Do you know what that is?
No idea.
Okay. I'm not going to give you any preamble. I'm just going to go right into it.
Okay.
We are in Chicago, Illinois. It is May 1886. The Civil War ended in 1865, 21 years earlier. We are in the midst of the Long Depression, a long period of decline after the great economic rise of the Second Industrial Revolution. Coke, the soda, including actual Coke at this point, would be released in 4 days, and Freud had just opened his first practice a week earlier.
Wow. A lot going on. Chicago was a major industrial center, and the workers would work to the bone. The average laborer would be working over 60 hours a week, 6 days a week with no vacation time. Because of this, Chicago became a center for major labor demonstrations. So it also became a center for union busting. Union busting just means using often illegal means to try and keep unions from forming. This includes, but is not limited to, firing and blacklisting union members, locking out workers, recruiting strikebreakers, which are also referred to as scabs, bootlickers, or knobsticks, and are people who are either continuing to work with their coworkers or on strike, taking the jobs of those on strike, or crossing a picket line. Wow. Okay.
Union busting also includes employing spies or thugs, which at this point was defined as people employed to beat up other people, hiring private security forces, exasperating ethnic tensions in order to divide workers, and buying off, if not literally buying, the local papers. At this time, the Knights of Labor, also known as K of L, or the Noble and Holy Order of the Knights of Labor, which is hell of a name, ended up being the largest American labor movement in the 1800s. At its peak, it had 1 million American members. It operated in multiple countries and was anti-socialism and communism, but pro the social and cultural uplifting of the worker. They would negotiate salaries and contracts and wanted to see workers have a fair share of the wealth they helped create, which is socialism, but we don't have to go into that.
We're anti-socialist, but we're to describe socialism.
Yeah.
They worked hard on trying to rid the world of the wage gap and were responsible for the inaction of several labor laws, including several child labor laws.
Legal trouble? Like what?
Well, there's the matter of children working in your factories.
What about it? We're the largest employer of children in 6 counties. We're doing our part, George.
That's the problem. People don't want children working anymore. In fact, they want them in school now.
During their most productive years, when their tiny fingers are still small enough to fit into the crevices of the machinery?
At this point, the group was on its way up and booming. In 1884, they had 70,000 American members. By 1886, they had 700,000.
Damn.
Another movement growing at the time was anarchism, a movement that seeks to abolish all institutions, authority, or hierarchy. Do you have any opinions on anarchy?
More of it should happen.
Yeah, I'm not an anarchist because I think you need certain systems in order to support the most vulnerable in a community, like the disabled people, for example.
Yeah.
However, the movie V for Vendetta, that's a great movie.
Ooh, I love that movie.
Yeah, that's basically my
top 10, top 5, top 10.
Top 10.
I would put it in my top 10.
Top 10.
Watch it if you haven't seen it. V for Vendetta. I watched it during a flight. So good.
I watched it the other day because the Titanic made me sad. And this also made me sad, so I don't know what my goal was there.
Definitely.
Do you recommend it? Let us know if you want to hear our top 10s.
Ooh, I would love to do a top 10.
I would too.
Okay.
A light episode. So, okay. There are thousands of anarchists in Chicago at this time, and some of which were operated a revolutionary force and had plenty of explosives and weapons. Their strategy was to seize the major industrial centers and to overtake the police, which they believed would lead to massive public support by other workers, start a revolution, and ultimately destroy capitalism. In October of 1884, a convention held by the Federation of Organized Trades and Labor Unions unanimously set May 1st, 1886, as the date for the 8-hour workday to begin and to strike any business that does not comply. That gave them just over a year and a half to prepare. Of course, there was the usual, this will make prices go up, and this will only hurt the economy, fear-mongering, but they moved forward.
Okay.
People that say stuff like that, they never, acknowledge that, okay, the prices were going up anyways. The people are just getting poorer. So, what are we going to do here?
They don't put, 2 and 2 together?
Yeah.
God.
They just repeat what they hear people say. So the day came, Saturday, May 1st, 1886. Thousands of workers went on strike, around 400,000 workers across the country, and
Damn.
They all knew the 8-hour work week anthem. 8 hours for work, 8 hours for rest, 8 hours for what we will. But yeah, it's not super rhyming. That doesn't really have a lot of pizzazz. But there were about 10,000 strikers in New York and another 10,000 in Milwaukee, 11,000 in Detroit. However, in Chicago, there were about 40,000 employees striking because it was such an industrial center. And then another 40,000 citizens were protesting support, meaning there were about 80,000 Chicagoans in Chicago streets fighting for their rights.
Damn.
That's a lot of people.
We should do that now. Did you see what's going on in Philadelphia? What's
the
that?
Trash?
Yeah.
You put it on the government's lawn. The
trash is building up as we speak right now because all the trash people, the trash collectors, went on strike.
Which,
so nobody's
first
picking
of
them up.
all, is a government job that is way more dangerous than police work. So if you're the thin blue line, then support the garbage workers. But also, support your fellow laborers.
Exactly. If they are demanding higher wages because they don't get paid enough.
Yeah, don't get mad at them. Get mad at the city. Put pressure on the city. Get this shit fixed.
Now.
So by Monday, May 3rd, 2 days into the strike, violence had yet to occur, for the most part. Not very much had happened.
Okay.
A rally formed outside McCormick Harvesting Machine Comp Plant, led by August Vincent Theodore Spies. His last name was Spies. Isn't that so fun?
That is cool. I sometimes see people's last names and I'm saying, man, that's pretty cool.
You need to make a list of your favorites.
There's Wolfgang.
Oh my god, Beethoven.
Yeah, that's a really good last name.
Do you ever say anything? Holy shit.
Do I ever sing anything?
Say anything.
Say anything to who?
Your last name's Wolfgang. That's so cool.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it was as cool back in the day than it is right now.
Did you have a customer named Wolfgang?
No.
Oh, that's what I thought you were saying. I thought you were saying at the bank I see people's last names.
No. Oh, actually, people's last names are fucking horrendous. That's what I see in the bank.
Oh, you mean in general you see last names?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No.
That wasn't clear.
I don't know why I assumed otherwise.
There was one today that I knew it was really weird that I can't even remember right now. But whatever.
Let me know if it comes across.
I'll let you know.
So he was a Theodore Spies, his full name, August Vincent Theodore Spies. He was a radical activist, newspaper editor, and anarchist. He told the crowd to stand together and to stand by their union, or else they would not succeed. Tensions were high, and when the workday ended and the strikebreakers began leaving McCormick to head on home, the striking workers surged the gates, searching for a confrontation.
Oh.
Police fired blindly into the crowd, and 2 McCormick workers were killed.
Oh.
This caused fury amongst the striking community, and a rally... What?
I can imagine.
Yeah. And a rally at Haymarket Square was planned. Flyers were handed out detailing the when, the where, and the why. Originally, the flyers also stated, quote, "Working men, arm yourselves and appear in full force," end quote. However, spies insisted that the sentence be removed if you were to support and speak at the rally. They complied, and more than 20,000 copies were distributed.
Oh, wow.
Haymarket Square was the center of a bustling commercial area. Think the middle of an outside mall. It was to be the evening of May 4th, 4 days into the strike, and 1 day after the shooting at the McCormick factory. It began peacefully under light rain. The speakers began with Spies speaking once again. He was quoted, "There seems to prevail the opinion in some quarters that this meeting has been called to inaugurate a riot, hence these warlike preparations on this part of the so-called law and order. However, let me tell you at the beginning of this meeting is to explain the general situation of the 8-hour work movement and to throw light upon various incidents in connection with it." Albert Parsons spoke next. He was an activist who began as a Confederate soldier.
Oh, wow.
And died as both a labor rights activist and an activist fighting for the rights of former slaves.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, talk about fucking turnaround.
No, yeah, big switcheroo.
Parsons ended up speaking a majority of the event, an entire hour, and things were so calm that while Parrish was slowly finishing his speech, the mayor, Carter Harrison III, began to head home during the end, as he came to ensure peace. Everything seemed super chill. Didn't even have the suggestion of chaos. Then Reverend Samuel Fielden took the stage, which was actually just standing on top of a wagon, but it was the stage. Reverend Fielden was a Methodist pastor, socialist, anarchist, a labor activist, and English. He ended up speaking for 10 minutes to a much smaller crowd due to the weather. While he was finishing up, the police chose this time to arrive en masse, an estimation of 176 cops.
Damn.
Just pulling up. They marched like an army towards the peaceful gathering in order that they disperse. Fully armed, again, resembling an army, like the whole shields, the whole shebang. Yeah. The Reverend spoke easily as the crowd was very small and not loud or rowdy, and he was like, this is a peaceful rally, what are you doing, what's happening? This is when a homemade fragmentation bomb was thrown into the path of the police and exploded.
Oh my god.
This bomb was filled with debris, like nails, to create more harmful shrapnel.
Holy shit.
And to make the bomb's effects more devastating. Homemade. Police then opened fire on the rally.
How do people know how to do these things without, like, ChatGPT and stuff?
Well, what? Not ChatGPT. Helping these terrorists. A really common thing that was used at this time, and it's super banned now, is the Anarchist Cookbook. And it had a bunch of things, including how to make a bunch of bombs.
Really?
And you can find it on the dark web, I think.
Oh. Wow, that's crazy.
So yeah, it's funny that you thought of that. All living people cleared from the square in under 5 minutes. 8 police officers and 4 strikers died, and over 70 individuals were treated for wounds. I did find slightly different numbers of almost every source I checked, but 8 officers dying and 4 workers dying and 70 injured seems to be the most consistent amount. Literally everywhere I checked had different things.
I hate when it's like that. It's so uneven. Even though when you saw the casualties for World War II, it's at like 15 million to 85 million.
Yeah.
That's a huge gap, but can we narrow it down a little bit? There's a huge gap. I don't know.
I don't know what the fuck is up with that. Mass graves, though, like in Tulsa, we don't know how many died.
Yeah.
And then one of the policemen actually died years later from complications, which reminded me a lot of the woman who died recently. The woman who died recently from the Columbine wounds. Did you hear about that? You know Columbine?
Yeah.
So for those that don't, was a school shooting, like the OG school shooting.
Yeah.
And a bullet got lodged by her spine, and they weren't able to ever get it out, and then she died of sepsis of it a couple months ago. So technically, she's a victim of Columbine. Wow. So much like Tulsa, the newspapers reported that the police had been responding to a violent riot, and that the riot had opened fire on the police long before the police shot at them. Not accurate. In the aftermath, there was an insane anti-union crackdown. All strikers returned to work and were shunned by large parts of the public of Chicago. The community supported the police, and thousands were donated to the police medical fund. Police performed illegal raids on anyone suspected of anarchy or arson, and ransacked any businesses, homes, or meeting spots of labor activists daily for 8 weeks after the Haymarket Affair, and the newspapers declared that crazy anarchists were at fault for the incident. Social consensus in the city at this time seemed to be that suppressing anarchism would be the only way to keep everyone safe. 8 men were charged: August Spies, Albert Parsons, and Reverend Samuel Fielden, and 5 other men. They were convicted based entirely on matching bomb-making ingredients that were found in one of their apartments. This was claimed by police, however, was never confirmed. All 8 were found guilty, 7 sentenced to hang, and 1 sentenced to 15 years in prison.
Oh my God.
The governor at the time, Richard J. Oglesby, pardoned those who asked for clemency, which is basically just asking for mercy. All refused except for Michael Schwab, labor organizer and writer, and the Reverend Samuel Fielden. The rest refused to admit that they did something they didn't just to receive mercy. Schwab and Fielden were given life in prison instead of execution for asking for clemency. However, the next governor pardoned them both. They only spent 6 years in prison.
Oh, really?
So the night before their execution, Louis Ling, an anarchist and a carpenter, committed suicide in his cell. He had smuggled in a blasting cap, held it in his mouth like a cigar, and blew off half his face. He didn't die for 6 hours.
Oh.
Like, literally the worst way to die.
I can imagine.
Then November 11th, 1887, George Engel, a labor activist and a toy shop owner, Adolf Fischer, Albert Parsons, and August Spies were taken to the gallows wearing white robes and hoods. I don't know why they were dressed like the KKK, but using his last... No, it's funny. I don't understand why, like, legitimately. Using his last words, Spies spoke. "The time will come when our silence will be more powerful than the voices you strangle today."
Ooh.
Engel and Fisher called out, "Hurrah for anarchism!" And Parsons went to speak, but was interrupted by the lever being pulled and the trapdoors beneath them opening up and dropping them down. They even took away his last words.
Wow.
Like I mentioned before, last episode, a major difference between lynching and hanging is hanging tends to cause your neck to snap when done correctly. None of the 4 men's necks snapped, so it was clearly intentional, and the crowd was horrified as they watched the men slowly suffocate.
Oh my God.
So not only did this happen, not only did all these men end up being put to death, but it has become widely agreed upon that the Pinkertons, one of the most famous and brutal secret forces hired by corporations to prevent unionizing, were most likely responsible for the bomb thrown at Haymarket Square. Plenty of evidence for this was presented at trial, and multiple people testified to it, but the police refused to even entertain the idea, as did the newspapers.
Wow. I'm still on, like, the hanging part. Wow.
And just suffocating instead of your neck snapping?
Yeah. It's thinking, like, about hanging in general. Like, how it's just so... It's kind of like a... What's the word? Like, you lose...
Dehumanizing?
Yeah, but, like, it's so common in, like, movies and stuff like that. So it kind of... what's that word?
I know exactly what you're talking about now. It's like
you kind of get
horror
used to
movies, like we're desensitized.
Yeah, you get desensitized of people getting hanged, right? But you talking about it right now really makes me think about it, and I'm like, wow, that's actually so horrible.
And how many hangings have had like witnesses, and like you're looking at this crowd of people about to watch you die.
And yeah, they watch it with like popcorn and stuff. I can't believe that was such a thing.
Picnics with their kids.
Oh God.
This is one of those hangings, though, that everyone was horrified. They were against it.
Okay.
The national opinion was it was the Pinkertons. Local opinion, they went really towards the police for a while, and then it swayed the other way. So, however, across the country, people were horrified at how things ended up. And when the next strike was done on May 1st, 1890, it was incredibly successful, thanks to the sacrifice of those who fought that first fight in Haymarket Square. Also, like Tulsa, this only recently went from being referred to as the Haymarket Riot to the Haymarket Affair. It is a notable thing in history of framing any action against injustice as rioting, and to make sure to get your information from a variety of sources and quality. News bias reports are awesome, and they show you exactly what they're measuring and how they measure it when ranking different news sources by both accuracy and original stories. So just, that's a way I recommend of checking where you're getting your news from.
Wait, news biased?
Yeah, news bias reports.
So they're not biased?
Yeah, they measure like how biased their past reports have been, how accurate their past reports have been, how original they are, if they're just re-reporting other people's things. I use more than one to try and like make sure everything, you know, but my main one is AP News because they do like really good.
Yeah, I've seen stuff of them. Wow.
But yeah, that's the Haymarket Affair. Wow. And that's why we have an 8-hour workday average.
That's why everything is like
way more unionized than we are now, and it's really sad.
Yeah, they made us that way.
Oh,
everything
yeah, it's very
is
intentional.
Just like Patti LuPone. Do you know who Patti LuPone is?
Yeah.
She's controversial right now, right?
Yeah.
But she said, like, whoever thought about making the American people stupid, they did a fantastic job.
That's true. She's one of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I have a lot of respect for her, and I have a lot of disrespect for her. So
yeah, I mean, before she was like, she did whatever. I don't even know what she did.
She's done a lot of things in her life. She's always had kind of a
like racist or something. What'd she do?
Just kind of better than everyone. I don't think I know enough to like
talk about it.
Yeah, she's old enough that I don't really care.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like young people, like Jake Paul, he's out there with us. Logan Paul's having kids right now. And I care about that more because, like, they're building our world right now. That made me not even want to.
Sour taste in your mouth.
Literally. Your turn.
Yeah, my turn. Now I get to talk about my topic, which goes into, like, a different kind of dark history. I'm going to be talking about the Shrunken Heads. Have you ever seen... Do you know what a shrunken head is?
I've seen a couple of things, a lot of pop culture, like in Harry Potter. And
yes. There's like movies.
Or even Beetlejuice, when he's still attached.
Yeah, exactly. You got it.
There are shrunken heads at the Museum of Shadows.
Oh, there is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting.
My sister said they were fake, and so I don't know.
Well, there's some stuff I have to talk about that. But yeah, Shrunken Heads, the little like indigenous artifact. So Shrunken Heads, known as sansas, are severed human heads that have been specifically prepared to reduce them to a fraction of their original size. While the concept of beheading has been practiced in many parts of the world, the process of shrinking human heads was uniquely practiced by the Jivaron peoples of the northwestern Amazon rivers.
Amazon's beautiful.
Amazon rainforest, sorry.
Oh, okay. I didn't even catch it.
Yeah, there you go.
The Amazon's fucking beautiful. I have a huge head. I wonder how small you could get mine.
I mean, it's only your skin, not your skull.
Oh, they take the skull out?
Let me talk to you about that. Okay, so this includes modern-day tribes in Ecuador and Peru. So, Shrunken Heads were not made casually. They had deep spiritual and ritual significance. According to the traditional beliefs, killing an enemy in combat could release a dangerous spirit known as a muisak, a vengeful force that could bring harm to the killer and his community. Shrinking the enemy's head was taught to trap the spirit and neutralize its power. The head would often be worn temporarily during ceremonial rituals and then discarded, buried, and used in further ceremonies. So there's like some significance to them doing that, not just out of nowhere.
If you were to have a baby, would you have it circumcised?
Where did that come from?
I'm thinking of like really questionable practices just when you hear about something. Like how the Egyptians would like pull the brain out and shit. And I was thought of circumcision and I was wondering.
Yeah?
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
No, it's genital mutilation.
No. I don't know. It's... A lot of people do it.
It's true. A lot of people do it.
I don't know.
Okay, sorry. I was curious.
Generally have no idea. I've never thought about that in my whole entire life, Ramsey.
I've had multiple conversations with Tony about it.
Oh, really? And he's also thought of not doing it?
We're both very anti.
Oh, from the beginning, or did it take convincing?
He was leaning slightly towards circumcision. I was like probably perfectly in the middle, maybe slightly wavering either way. Mm-hmm. And then we did our research, and now we're both staunchly no.
Are you vaccinating your kids?
Yes. Extremely.
Sounds good.
I'm going to put the leg right in their brains.
The chip. The government chip in there, too.
Did you see that RFK just recommended like a healthy government food plan thing, and it's so full of processed shit?
I don't give a shit about what that guy does.
I do, because he decides what
I know.
I wish I couldn't care what he does, but I have to because I live here.
I can't believe he's related to JFK.
I can't believe that he's married to the lady from Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
With Larry David?
I've heard that.
This bitch.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they're fucking married.
So,
The process of creating a shrunken head, a sansa, was complex. After the enemy was killed, the head was severed and an incision was made behind the ear to remove the skin and flesh from the skull. So they would do the incision right here, and they would like take the skull out from there. So now they would just have the skin of the head.
Oh.
The skull itself was discarded. The flesh was then boiled in water containing specific herbs that helped preserve the skin. After boiling, the head was dried with hot stones and sand while the features were reshaped.
Okay.
The eyes and mouth were sewn shut, symbolically sealing the spirit inside. Charcoal and ash was rubbed on the skin and decorated with beads or feathers.
Honestly, a lot of that happens during the embalming process.
Really?
Yeah, like sometimes you show the eyelid shut, but usually you just put spiky contacts in to keep the shape and keep them shut. There usually be a little small stitch to keep the mouth shut.
Yeah.
Reshaping the face, like that's something you have to learn when you're going to school to be a mortician, is on the heads. Like, for example, there'll be like a dog attack one or a bomb victim one.
No, yeah, I have seen those. And it's like, I've seen TikToks where there's molds of people with big wounds on their face, and people had to like recreate it on their face. And yeah.
So that when a victim comes over that, they can have an open casket.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's not that crazy.
This is different because they're shrunken heads and their thread was thick. You can definitely see the threads on the mouth and eyes.
So it's aesthetically different.
Yeah, I don't know if they did it for beauty or anything. The shrinking process caused noticeable physical changes, pronounced jaw lines, distortioned face, and generally narrowing of the head. These physical traits help distinguish authentic sansas from forgeries. Unfortunately, the arrival of Western explorers and collectors in the 19th and early 2000th centuries created a commercial demand for shrunken heads. European and American museums and private collectors were eager to acquire them, and a market quickly developed. This demand led to an increase in killings as well as the creation of fake sansas. In some cases, people used heads from corpses, animals, or even created imitations out of goat skin.
That's so fucked up.
I know.
Shaping a goat head to look like a person.
Yeah, or animals or deceased corpses of people that weren't part of the tribe or anything like that. There was just such a high demand for them at that time.
People are willing to pay for it.
The only thing that moves the world is money.
Damn.
I know.
Isn't that the truth? Where's
Clink
your
to
wine?
That. Horrible.
Sad milkshake drinking.
Aw, my milkshake is hot now.
My milkshake brings all the trauma to the podcast.
So, the trade became so widespread that by the early 2000th century, authentic heads could be purchased in places like Lima or Panama for the equivalent of few US dollars. Later, they were openly advertised in newspapers, including The Times in London. By 1930s, some museums had already begun to question the ethics of collecting such items, and in the decades that followed, both Peru and Ecuador banned the trade.
Slay.
Thank
Slay
God.
as fuck for them.
I know. So, modern forensics and anthropological studies have estimated that up to 80% of shrunken heads in private and museum collections today are fake. Many created solely for the trade purposes rather than traditional rituals. Weren't you talking about that your sister saw
The
something?
one at Shadow, there's a museum of shadows here in Omaha, and it's like the largest collection of haunted artifacts in the world. And it's cool, it's fun, and they have like real murder weapons and stuff, and you know, it's mildly questionable.
I've been there, yeah.
Yeah, we had fun. It was a good time. I've been there a couple of times. I've been to this location once, I've been to the other location twice, because they moved. So I've been to the old location twice and the new location once. And yeah, when I went with my sister, she was like, this shrunken head's totally fake. And we had like the UV light, and I believe her. She's a scientist. So
yeah, no. I would believe her if anybody. Definitely.
So I wonder if they know.
I wonder. Maybe they got it sold thinking it was like a real
Yeah, because they sell them saying they're real.
True, you're right. To museums and shit.
Yeah.
In summary, sansas were deeply spiritual artifacts made under specific ritual conditions by the Shuar, an indigenous colony in South America. Yeah. And neighboring people to neutralize spiritual threats. While their cultural significance was once central to Jivroan life, outside interest turned them into trade commodities, which led to dark periods of exploitation and misrepresentation. Today, scholars and institutions are working to collect the record and return these items to their rightful places.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if they're doing that much, but at least they're doing something.
Someone's trying. Someone's doing their best. That's always nice to remember.
Yeah, at least, even though things were bad, things can be better. things can become better.
There's so many horrible people out there, like the people I'm about to talk about.
Ooh.
But there's also so many good people out there doing their best and just trying to fix the bad. We gotta remember the good.
Definitely we do.
So last but not least, I am talking about Horst and Erna Petri.
People?
They're a couple.
Okay.
Trigger warning, and this is
What?
Holocaust crimes, death of children, and mentions of sexual assault.
Oh my gosh, I hate the Holocaust. I hate the Holocaust histories.
This one's going to be much quicker.
Stories. Huh?
This one's going to be much quicker.
Okay.
I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of Holocaust deniers.
Yeah.
Free Palestine. The Holocaust is wrong. Both are true.
Believe it.
All right. So these two motherfuckers right here. Erna Kepps was born May 30th, 1920. She was born into a farming family, and when she was 16, she met Horst, who at the time was 23. He was born March 18th, 1913. He graduated with a degree in farming in 1935 and got really into politics while in school. He became a Nazi Party member in 1932 and joined the SS, Hitler's most brutal and entirely voluntary force, in 1934, 2 years before he met Erna. So just to put this real quick, like, I don't know how much people know about the Nazi army, and I don't know a ton, but there's like the German army, which has a German name, and I did not write it down, but it's something else.
Yeah.
And then the SS, which originally was just one task force, and then became a couple different task forces, were volunteer members of like Hitler's closest army, and they did like the worst crimes.
Oh god.
And there were a lot of leaders.
All right.
So like Heinrich Himmler.
Yeah, the Angel of Death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said that so excited. I was happy you knew that, but he's a horrible, horrible, horrible person.
Yeah, horrible.
So when he did meet her, Erna, her father was not a fan at all, and saw the 23-year-old Nazis' politics for the horror show that they were.
I'm 23.
So now imagine looking at a 16-year-old and being like, I want her to be a Nazi with me.
God.
Yeah.
Different times.
Bad on all fronts. Well, even, is it? Because at the time, this dad was like, you're too old and gross, and you're a Nazi. No. So if you're just were not a shitty person at that time.
Different strokes for different folks.
Pedophiles, yeah. Kids for pedophiles.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Like.
Oh. It's true. It's true.
Cut. Erna, though, found him smart and charming and fascinating. They both bonded over their love of Hitler. Isn't it so weird basing entire parts of your personalities on political leaders? What group of people have we seen do that in recent history?
Interesting.
So Erna got pregnant 1 year after meeting Horst at 17 years old.
Oh, God.
They had a boy and got married a year later in 1938. They had another child, a daughter, in 1943. So throughout their activities of their marriage, it was 1939 when Horst received a promotion within the SS and was put as head of SS training of the camps division of the Dachau and the Buchenwald concentration camps. Dachau was one of the first ever erected camps in the Holocaust and ended up being the longest running, was originally intended to hold Hitler's political opponents, and ended up with a count of 41,500 human beings killed there.
Wow.
Buchenwald was also one of the first camps and one of the largest. 56,545 people ended up being killed there. For the majority of both of those camps running, he was the one running them. So all those people died under him. The majority of them.
So he's a high-ranking Nazi soldier.
He was very high-ranking. He wasn't Heinrich Himmler high-ranking, but he was... Okay, we had to switch cameras. It looks different.
Yeah, the other phone died. But
it's 12:20. I shut up and watch.
Yeah.
In 1942, 1 year before their daughter was born, they moved to the Grzenda Manor House in Poland. Have you seen The Boy in the Striped Pajamas?
Yes, I knew you were going to go into that when you said like they moved into a family and he was running the concentration camp. I was going to ask you, but I was just going to let you go into it.
Yeah. You read my mind.
Exactly.
That's a really easy example of a family living in the same type of place where they're getting a nice estate.
It's
nearby.
not based on that?
No.
Oh, okay.
That movie's fucked up, though. I don't know if you guys have seen it or read the book. Fucked up.
I saw it when I was like the old as the kids in the movie.
Yeah. I remember reading the book for the first time. Haunting. Highly recommend if you want to fucking kill yourself.
Do it. No, not kill yourself. Watch the movie. Watch the movie and then kill yourself.
But it's the same idea, living at the manor, having the property, being high enough ranking to have the manor.
Yeah.
And it was here where both Erna and Horst became the worst versions of themselves.
Oh.
Within 2 days of being there, Erna witnessed Horst beat a prisoner nearly to death. Regularly, Horst would harass and rape the female servants, which Erna was fully aware of. At one point, Erna had a friend over, and the women were in the garden with 4 Jewish people escaping from the nearby concentration camps were caught in the estate. Horst came out, told the women that this was men's work, and told the 4 people to begin the walk back and that he'd be right behind them. As they turned to walk away, he shot them all repeatedly in their backs.
Oh, God.
Locals described Horst as a sadist, and who can blame them? One of his favorite activities was to participate and often organize mass shootings of any communities he suspected of hiding Jewish refugees, and he loved mass deportations. He personally massacred 15 Ukrainian farmers because he suspected them of smuggling food to Jewish refugees, and later bombed a Ukrainian village with 4 grenade launchers for the same suspicions. 7 villagers died in that attack. Erna, on her end, abused the house staff endlessly, even shooting at them on the regular.
Oh my God.
Imagine, like, not polishing the silverware good enough and your boss fucking comes at you with a rifle.
Boss? Damn.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
She was such a nasty and destructive boss, 3 Ukrainian women refused to work at the manor. So Erna had them taken to Yanovska concentration camp. This camp combined labor, transit, and extermination, and 40,000 people were killed here. Weeks later, Erna was shocked to learn that the women were still alive. Since they were, and she wasn't as mad now, she allowed them back to work, and they did so quietly and thankfully.
Wow. How do you even do that to another human being?
This woman's a fucking monster, and I don't understand her.
They all are.
Yeah, and he's obviously a monster too, but I get it. Like, he's just a power-hungry, fucked up motherfucker, but the things she does, I just don't get it. Like, this next thing, not this next thing, but the thing after this. Erna admitted during questioning that she went with Horst on multiple occasions to hunt for fugitives and had killed at least 4 men on these hunts. In 1943, Erna was returning from a shopping trip via carriage when she saw 6 nearly naked boys, ages 6 to 12, crouching by the side of the road. They had escaped from a rail car destined for Sobibor camp, an extermination camp where 250,000 humans were murdered. The boys were clearly starving and terrified, and Erna comforted them and took them home, feeding and clothing the children. When Horst didn't return from work late into the evening, when he usually got home like at a normal average day time, like 5 or so, Erna took them to a nearby mass grave and had the boys line up in front of the mass grave, and she shot each of them one by one, and they fell into the grave. She comforted them and fed them and clothed them to take them out to a mass grave and leave them there dead after killing them herself.
Wow.
What the fuck? Why?
I don't know.
Why didn't she just kill them in the road? Like, why did she give them all that hope? Why did she comfort them? Why did she feed them? Why did she clothe them? She got to know them more and then was like,
Maybe it's her way of showing mercy. I don't know.
That's fucked up.
Which is not really at all anything.
In 1944, the couple had to flee the manor due to the Russians closing in, and they became farmers. Eventually, the law caught up to them, and Horst was guillotined at Leipzig prison on December 22nd, 1962.
Oh my God.
So when they were caught, the reason we know some of the stuff that we know is because Erna just fucking sang like a canary. It took like a month or so to start talking, but when she did, she just told them everything. Which I guess I'd rather them do that. But then she was super shocked at her sentence, and because she was sentenced to life.
Oh, and she should be sentenced to death.
Literally, yeah. She should have been shot in front of the grave and then fallen in. Ugh. But the second she got that sentence, she was like, actually, I'm innocent and I didn't do anything wrong and I just wanted to take some of the blame. And no, the whole, 17 people testified against her in court. There were so many witnesses. No.
Wow, imagine the satisfaction.
Yeah, after she fucking shot at you, being one of those Ukrainian women, being able to testify. Ugh, gross. So she ended up being released in 1992 due to health reasons. That was 1992. That bitch was alive then.
She got released? Wait, what?
She was released in 1992 due to health reasons. She ended up dying in 2000, the year 2000, a year before you were born, after spending the last 3 years being besties with the daughter of Heinrich Himmler and having her housing paid for by the Stahlhilfe, basically like the VA, but for Nazis. As recently as 2006, both of their children defended their parents. Like, she got to live a peaceful life in the end.
That's the type of people that shouldn't procreate, you know?
I know.
Be around children.
And it's
she
not even like
killed
those children knew better. They still support her. She did kill children. Multiple.
Yeah, exactly. And she got a chance to raise her own, I guess, for the most part.
And it's always crazy when these kinds of people, find each other.
Yeah.
That's crazy. If I ever, became a murderous pig, Cody would not be okay with that.
Yeah, no. I guess it's more common in such a time like that.
I mean, they did, like, the whole point of them getting together was like, Hitler, yeah!
Exactly.
So
just
it
like
makes sense.
a MAGA person would find another MAGA person.
And that's how you end up at January 6th together on an anniversary.
And that's how you get a lot of MAGA kids.
It's like the beginning of Idiocracy.
There you go.
I'm sad. Let's do palate cleanser.
Wow.
I'm ready.
Holocaust really gets me. Have you seen The Pianist?
Oh, what a beautiful movie. Fuck that guy. He's annoying, but his acting.
Adrian Brody?
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, that movie is terrifying.
It's beautiful.
About the Holocaust. Holy shit. There's so much shit going on.
When the Nazi officer finds him in Warsaw.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's walking down the destroyed street.
I'm talking about like when they killed people, like they threw the wheelchair guy off the balcony.
Ooh, I forgot about
just
that.
Out of nowhere. All right, well, if you found that distressing, terrorizing, horrifying, interesting, leave a comment below. Let us know.
I hope you're entertained, and I hope you got something from that emotionally and educationally.
Mm-hmm. This one was smaller than the one before because it's part 2.
Yeah.
But next episode is our
extra special. It's our 10th episode.
Special episode.
Because it's technically 9.5 is what we're going to say. And we're going to go ghost hunting in a place.
Ooh, be there.
RB Square.
Exactly.
Bye.
Is that a catchphrase?
Be there, be square?
Yeah.
I said it a lot. I also said be there or be queer.
Oh, that could also be a catchphrase. Anyways.
We're both queer for the record. Like, I'm not a straight person just being like, don't be gay or you're going to die.
We could say the F word right now together.
I can.
Oh, I can?
I'd rather you not.
Yeah, I'm not going to. I don't. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.